Oh, I think it is okay. Anyway, let me know if the sound and video is coming through okay. What I hate though is that when I'm looking at the live stream, it's about 20 seconds behind what I actually say. So sometimes I talk and I catch the YouTube and it looks like it's frozen, or I'm not sure if I'm actually live or not. But luckily, I think it's all catching up now. Hope you're all okay. It is super freezing cold. Anyone in the UK today, I'm telling you now, there's a proper cold snap. And I know what we call cold weather in the UK is nothing compared to lots of other places, but let me tell you now, it is freezing. Hey Sergio, hey Eddie, hey Pavel. I'm just gonna refresh. Something's not right. I can't for some. Can someone just confirm and let me know? Hey Pickstar, just confirm and let me know that the sound and video is coming through okay. I think there's a little bit of a break in the connection there, but it all seems all right. Hey Kumu, hey B Informatica, how are you all doing? You know how I keep telling you about this one client who we did some work for last week, and then there was some more work on Saturday and some more work on Sunday. And obviously I keep telling them you've got to pay before we do the next load, right? They've come back again with some more requests, and part of me is a little bit like, if you sort out exactly what you want from the get-go, we wouldn't be doing iteration upon iteration. You know, because sometimes when a job is done, I like to move on to other stuff. Thank you, George, and hope you're all right, mate. You know, I hope you're getting your website sorted out. Cheers, Pickstar. I mean, yeah, I'm the same old annoying me. Hey, Maddie, hope you're all right. Hey, Jean. Today was Today was what I call a reckoning. Today was a bit of a reckoning, and I'm not gonna name who because that's not fair. Do they pay? Oh yeah, they do pay, George. When they ask for these iterations, they do pay it, and they are now paying their next batch today. So we probably will get it tomorrow or Wednesday, because whenever money comes transferred from America, there's a 1 or 2 day delay or something like that. Hey, Nikki. My only issue with it, George, is even though they pay, which is great, I get a bit fed up with how many times am I going to change it. So it's a bit like peeling an orange, and I've peeled it, and they go, can you peel it again? So you put the layers back on and you peel it again, but now all the layers are all over the place, and then they go, oh, can we do it again? So then you put the mashed up pieces back onto the orange and peel it again, and you get fed up, and it starts to get messy the more you tinker with it. Like, there's a bit of CSS code here, we did this here. The category button, you know, you and Pickstar know what I'm talking about, so we've tinkered here and there. At what point do they kind of draw a line? Hey Eddie, hope you're all right. So without naming another company I was helping to do some work for, we've basically parted ways. And they've accepted my resignation not to do any more videos for them. And I think they understand. I think they get it, in that I think they could sense I was getting really frustrated by it. With just how it just wasn't working, the relationship with what I expect and also what they want. And I feel like I can't give you're paying me for my time, but I'm not happy about what I'm giving you, because I can't give you the best value for your money unless we're clear on what we want. So therefore we've parted ways, but it's amicable, so that's the good thing. Do we need the additional units in Elemental 3.10? So Eddie, what I'm going to say is, if you are willing to use the font clamp functionality for responsiveness on your fonts typography, then yes, you do. That being said, I think they could have implemented it differently. I think the way they've done it is okay. I would have done it differently. And also, I don't think there's enough education materials out there, and I need to explore this, about using the calculated functionality features, all of that clamp stuff, right, about margins and padding, because it is quite easy to get that screwed up. And I think there needs to be a little bit of education, a better education process with going, right, so let's say you use the calculated fields for your margin. What does that mean? Because I can explain it, but I feel like it's got to be a very well thought out video to make it crystal clear what you do. But like George said, if you want your website to be more fluid responsive, then you can't ignore that the elemental 3.10 changes with the calculated field are good. By the way, we've got 18 people watching. We've only had 6 likes. Please do hit the like button because it's massively important for the YouTube algorithm. Nikki, hope you're well. It's been a while. I was about to say that as well, Nikki. I was going to say I haven't seen you. I did wonder if it was Nick Rama because I remember you mentioning it to me before about calling you Nikki, but I wasn't sure. But great to have you back, by the way. Oh, George. Oh, really, George? Well, I'll. You better put some details in the cave to clarify what you mean by that. Okay. Do let me know your thoughts on that. So today was a little bit of an eye opener because I set out. Basically, what I did was, I had some items I was planning for the week. I haven't put in stuff for Thursday, Friday, Saturday because they're actually written down on this bit of paper over here and I haven't transferred them yet. But what I plan to do today has completely gone. I started it, spent an hour, was going to record some videos for a company, and then I realised I'm wasting time here. I am not being productive. I am not getting done what I really want to get done. I'm not doing justice. We've got to part ways on this because otherwise I'm going to screw it up. But it meant I could go and do 3 other minor videos. One was about clients that don't pay. One is about iteration payments. And another one was about why do I charge consultancy fees for a one-to-one? So a lot of people, hey Sinan, a lot of people say they want to spend half an hour or 1 hour with me. And I go, yeah, as a one-to-one consultancy thing, there's a fee. And some people question it. Why do you charge a fee? Anyway, I did a video to explain that as well. And today I've spent 5 hours working on something. I'm nearly there. And it is associated with the font clamp. And I want to try and pull something together that you can all access for free. And I really, really hope I get it done so I can get a video hopefully out tomorrow, maybe the next day, I don't know. It's associated with the font clamp and I hope it's going to help you out a lot. Or maybe not a lot, maybe not so much. Maybe the a lot is a bit exaggerated, but I hope it's going to help you out, okay? I hope it's going to help you out. Eddie, you gotta hit like now, okay? Because you're liking it. Right now, Eddie, I've just made a personal request to say you're liking it, okay? Hey, D, hope you're all right. Early morning for you. Or what time is it for you? Is it 9 a.m.? Am I right? Is it 9 a.m.? Or is it earlier than that? Yeah, you are right, George, You are right, I do think that sometimes the whole thing about responsiveness gets lost a little bit, and it's very easy to do a video going, hey, responsive images and make your website work for the mobile, but it's like the tools are out there to make your life so much easier. Sergio says, go to a private solicitor and see if they give you a few hours of their time free of charge. Hey, Sergio, that is actually, Sergio, can I tell you something? In the video I recorded today, that is one of the analogies I said. I said in the UK, a lot of solicitors are £80, £100 an hour. Some solicitors charge £500 an hour. They're not going to solve your problem in that 1 hour. It might be just the initial meeting, just so they can sit there and go, so your name and your address and where do you live and what are your finances like? And you're like, we're here to talk about my family problems. Yeah, that's all great. But, dependents, have you got a cat? Have you got a dog? And they're eating into your time. But if you want the best, you got to pay for it. I'm not the best, by the way. I don't know everything. I only know, if this is WordPress, right? I'm probably like about that much. Maybe 30% of the whole WordPress intelligence and knowledge. I might know 30%, if that. But I will do my damnedest to help you out. Time is money. Oh yeah, fixing your fonts. Cheers, D. Well, I'll be keeping an eye on my inbox. Hey, Alif, how are you? Please, will you start 2 hours before? Well, Alif, okay, you have to understand, right? You're number one, you're not the only person in the world. Number two, I don't get that many viewers from Bangladesh. Surprisingly, we don't get that many. But the third reason is we do them Monday, Wednesday, Friday, earlier in the day, Tuesday, Thursday, later, because my biggest audience, Alif, guess where my biggest audience is? Have a guess. The United States of America. And if I do them early, for them, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, right? 8 o'clock. But if I do it now, can someone let me know what the time is? Because isn't it now, what, 10, 11, 12 p.m. in the afternoon? So I understand what you're saying, Arleif, but we do space them out in the week. We got Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is earlier, and then Tuesday, Thursday, which is later, because I have to kind of balance it out, because it is a little bit unfair. I mean, I've got quite a good amount of viewers from Australia. None of the times we do are good for them, unless I do one at 10 p.m. at night, which is rubbish for me. Hey, Chris, how are you? 10 a.m. in Chicago, 11 East Coast USA, so New York. So roughly New York, it's 11 a.m. and it's 8 a.m. Wow, Chris has just kind of crossed boundaries. He's gone from 10 a.m. to 8 a.m. He's a time traveler. God bless him. Yeah, Eddie, I do agree with you, Eddie. I do agree that I think the additional units are a little bit confusing, which is why I am planning a couple of videos that go deeper into... Basically, some people have mentioned how you can use the new calculated fields and clamp for margin and padding and images. And the minute you hear that, your head starts to explode, right? You go, what? So I want to kind of explain that. Hey, Dave, sorry I didn't say hi to you. Pick starts 5 p.m. Wow, there you go, Sergio. A UK solicitor charged you £100 for a couple of bits of info for 30, 40 minutes. And when you look at it, was it really worth it? Was that 40 minutes really worth it? And anyone here who has hired us for consultancy, I like to think they came out of it much, much better educated or knowledgeable or had a problem solved. And we have quite a lot of people that come back to us repeatedly. Can I have another half hour? Can I have another hour? Because when I do a one-to-one consultancy, I'm not talking now, right? What is your problem? What do you want to solve? Right, let's look at it. Right, let's share screen. Let's log in. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's explore. Let's crack it. There's none of this, like, there's no bullshit. There's no, like, waste time. There's no, oh, yeah, none of that. And once they've paid for a consultation, I normally say, look, if you got time, can you email me what your problem was so that I might do a tiny bit of prep work. So when we hit that consultancy, we hit the ground running. We don't mess around. We don't mess around. So EPHS, I may have already covered this, but would love to know how best to give a client access to using Elementor, but limiting that access. Well, you could give them editor access. You could give them author access. You could white label it and put like something on that's... You could add in a function. You could add in a code snippet. You could, like a dashboard. You could stop them adding plugins. But what you have to remember, though, is that if this is the client's website and you die, you drop dead, can they take back ownership and undo what you've done? So there is a danger, because we had a website, a client who had a website built, and then their developer went off to work for Facebook, Meta. He literally went off to work for them. And they could not log into their website. They could not get in. They couldn't even remove the white label he had done on it. I couldn't get sort out of it. I even paid someone to help me to get rid of it. We couldn't get rid of it. We even went back to the host provider. Even they couldn't undo it. And it got so messy. We literally had to go, right, sod this. We start from scratch. Which we were kind of, I think, going to end up doing anyway. But there was a big danger that they totally locked it down. Like, proper locked it down. And then when they decided, right, we're not working on websites, they were like, oh, we ain't got time. And they just disappeared. When I say disappeared, I found them on Twitter and I did harass them a bit. Like, for God's sakes, right, just undo what you did and return it to a WordPress website. And they were like, well, you know, they paid me to set this up. And that was it. Hey, Mia, hope you're okay. Or is it Ornalid? Ornalid Medina or Medina? Ornalid Medina. 1 p.m. in Argentina. Nearly 4 p.m. in Portugal. Yeah, I mean, I would say EPHS, a video call with your client, explain what they can and can't do. And sometimes, you know what I do with my clients? I don't lock anything down. If they want to manage it, they can manage it, EPHS. This is important. And I make clear to them, right, that if you screw it up, if you muck it up, you will then pay me my hourly charge to fix it. So if you muck it up, and I say it's going to cost £120 for me to fix that, you pay that, otherwise I'm not fixing it. You can find someone else. So sometimes, if they muck up, right? They muck up. And in some way that can create income for you. And I'm not saying you do this on purpose, but you make clear to them, right? You screw up your post or your template or your plugins or you download something. I've got clients who I've built a website. There's no maintenance package. And I know for a fact they're downloading, like, one of them. When I gave them the website, they only had 9 plugins on there. Roughly, it was definitely, no, 8, 9. No, it was 9, right? They had 9. Now they've got 24. Because they're adding stuff. Oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. They don't need half of what they got on there. Because I've had a look. They don't need it. But they get carried away. Oh, this plugin does X. Oh, I'm going to have that. And they just keep loading stuff onto it. And I'll keep warning them, when your website breaks, and it has broken twice actually, they've got to pay me to fix it. And I do warn them, you might break it to the point where we've got to go and get a backup. By the way, they're a WooCommerce website as well. We're going to have to go get a backup, which means you're going to lose orders. Play that in mind. Or we might have to go so far back because your website broke 8 days ago. We're going to have to go back 9 days. Did you consider the risk there? And sometimes they sort of go, oh, but we don't want to lose our orders. And I sort of go, I'm really sorry. But when you start to load in stuff without thinking it through, it's like having a pizza, right? You got your ready-made pizza. It tastes lovely. It's in the way in the oven or wherever, the stone oven, whatever, to get cooked. You know it's good. And then you go and add on loads of toppings. Oh, we'll add this on, we'll add that on, and we'll pour some milk on it as well. And then you cook it and it comes out and it tastes garbage. If you don't know what you're doing, be careful. Hey Akram, hope you're okay. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, absolutely what Michael says, right? You know, you charge them accordingly for the work. Hey Manhal, hope you're okay. Yeah, Maddie, I think it's great. Can I make a point though? And I'm not being sexist here or gender specific. I know for a fact that me and a lot of other YouTube influencers that do WordPress tutorials, and this is a fact, okay, we are finding that about 90% of our audience are male. Only 10%, give or take, are female. And we really want to change that. Because we know there are lots of female web designers, developers. We know you're out there. We know you build. We know you're there. And I want to try and get them to join our live chats and contribute, get involved and all of that. Because I think it's massively unfair. And I mean, I'm talking about web designers that are female as well. all right? And I'm talking about a big cohort of influencers, okay? Because we did a comparison before Christmas. We're like, you know what? This is interesting. What's your split? 90% are male. And I don't mind that, but I would like to see a lovely, good split, okay? I would like to see a good split. Do you know what, Dave? And that's one of the things I try to watch out for. In that, we're all individuals when we design websites, okay? And we're all going to have our own style and way we do it. I put my custom fonts here. I put my CSS here. And there is like a nice one, Colin. That's great to hear. And I hope your daughter's enjoying it. What does she think of you? What does she think of you as a partner in web designer? Does she enjoy it? She must enjoy it if you're working together, right, Colin? Hey, love your life. Mia, question about the My Listing theme. Can you show us how much I can customize it? I have a client that wants to show their travels and accept bookings. Okay, so I can't show you one because I haven't got one to show, but yes, you can basically customize the front end with Elementor. The bit where you have the map, you can't really do much with that, but to be honest, you wouldn't need to. When it comes to accepting bookings, yeah, you could. It's Elementor pages. All the My Listing theme is going to do is give you the search facility, the map, so you could have locations all around the world, the searching, the filtering, the categories, all of that. Everything else you want to do, posts, pages, header, footer, all of that is all Elementor. And that's why I like it. And that is why I like it, Mia, because it is quite good. Custom fields. Well, when you create the searching facility and all of that, you are using custom fields, but you don't need to use the custom field plugin, because basically when you're doing your My Listing, you create your fields. Oh, I'm going to have this field, I'm going to have that field. You create your categories and your fields, and away you go. I have worked on a WP Bakery website to Elementor. It was painful, and I just had to start from scratch. Hey, Phil, how are you doing? Well, this is can I let you guys into a secret? I wanted to try and find out if in Leicestershire, where I live, there were any female Elementarists or WordPress designers, and try and get them on the live chat or have a group meeting or something. But I'm not sure, how do I do that? How do I advertise? Are you female? Do you want to come online on a live chat with me, and there will be other people watching, and you'll be on camera and they can hear what sounds? How do I get that across without sounding perverted? Nice one, Colin. That's a really lovely story, by the way, Colin. 5 years so far, you're working well. And you're not arguing. Ofek Levy, I want to say thanks for all the high quality videos. Thank you very much. Well, thanks to you for watching. I hope you're obviously liking it. I don't think WordPress is outdated. WordPress has been around 20 years now. People said this about WordPress around the time when Wix and Squarespace came out, and they keep saying it, but WordPress keeps getting stronger and stronger. Well, no, the community gets stronger. And yes, WordPress is dated. Yes, the interface, the dashboard is dated. There's a lot of stuff about it I don't like, but the page builders you use is quite exciting. Gutenberg, if you want to go for it. Bricks, Breakdance, Elementor, Divi, so many tools. You can pick and choose what you want to go for, or you can build from scratch, right? Enrique, you're a web designer from Bali. Do you know what? I don't think we've ever had anyone from Bali, Enrique. Enrique, is it Enrique? Yeah, well, Enrique, look, our email is over here. Don't forget to hit like. There's our email. If you ever want to, just email me. I mean, I'm not going to say I would openly have like a video call, because I have so many video calls these days that often I only do it with paying clients or a consultancy. But obviously, and obviously, I wouldn't really say that. I wouldn't put it out like that. But it is something I really do want to explore more, with showcasing that we have loads of amazing female or non-gender specific or any people who are great web designers, because I find it just a little bit like it's not true, right? When you get statistics like 90% are male, not just for me but other influencers, it does get me a little bit annoyed. Gets me annoyed. Women in tech, thanks for that, Anne. I will do that. I will have a look at that. Advanced women in technology. But yeah, if anyone knows, to be honest, I want to try and find some that live close to me, not so far, so that we can have like a proper, like in a studio somewhere, so it's a proper live chat, not via them dialing in, because sometimes I want it to feel more personal, more have a laugh, more lively, rather than just sat there staring into a camera. Have that group vibe and feeling. Jemima, is it Jemima? Is it Jemima? Jemima Helmsley. Do you reckon Divi is a good choice? Okay, George might jump on at this point because he does like Divi. I don't like Divi so much. I would say that if you are a brand new user, brand new user, Elementor is really, really good. All right. If you want to go a bit more advanced, you got Bricks, but there's lots of solutions out there that you could go for. Yeah, absolutely, Colin. I think, female presenter would help, and that's why I want to try and find someone local. But yeah, bit difficult. Cheers, Anne. By the way, Anne, just send it over to my email, info@websquadron.co.uk. Okay, and let's get something set up, because I'm sure you've got a network of secret people lurking everywhere. Hey Pete Cosgrove, how are you doing? Alif, we have seen a video related to font size. That was awesome. Yep. But if we want a video for margin, yes, that is on my radar, my friend. It's on my radar. In fact, I'm working on something that is associated with the font size clamp. Can I actually pick up on a point? Can I make a point, though? Can I make a point? Oh, no, Love Your Life. I did it in there, but obviously you would do it in site settings. Love Your Life, you do it in your site settings. Do it there. I did it where I did it because that's the page I was on at the time, okay? Do it in your site settings. Go for it there. So Claudius, you want to get my insights? I'm trying to do. I want to create a CPT with a name, avatar, report title, and report text. Let me have a think about that. Your major issue is that you want the avatar to automatically, so custom post type. Yeah, you could do it. To display the first letter of each name when the person giving the report doesn't upload their image. I'm going to have a think about it. I mean, doing the custom fields is easy, but the bit where you say there, to automatically display the first letter of each name when the person giving the report doesn't upload their image. I mean, I would probably say you make it a required field so it fails. I would say make it fail. If they don't do it, then they can't join, in a way. Quick question about fonts. If I can only find a TTF, look, I would say, yeah, it's better to have WAF, but if you can't get WAF, get TTF. Look, let me tell you now, Chris, a lot of my websites have got TTF. I'm still scoring 100%. So I know people say to me about accessibility, and I know that is important. Don't get me wrong. But if you can't get a WAF version, go with it. However, there are online converters, tinywow.com. You can go and convert it. So it's a bit of a sad excuse coming from me right now. Oh yeah, you can use TTF. There's online converters that you can use for free. tinywow.com, I'm pretty sure, has a I'm pretty sure has a TTF to WAF converter. How do you find a content idea? Is it random, or do you do market research? Experience, Sinan. Research. Whenever you're building a website, you got to look at... Yeah, cheers, Anne. I just got your email. You got to look at competitors. You can use ChatGPT. You can use Birth for AI. There's loads of tools out to help you with content, but a lot of it is experience. Cheers for that, Colin. Actually, that's a good idea, actually. Ladies networking groups. Can you imagine, though? Can you imagine? There's this ladies networking group, and then I come along going, hi, I want to find out how many of you here like to be online. I will be very careful with my wording. Okay, I'll be very careful with my wording. Do you know what, George? I saw your comment, and I was like, customer, what's he talking about? But yeah, custom field. Now I do. Yeah, no worries, Chris. It is completely free. I want to share something with you. I don't know if I can. If I deleted it, I can't share it, okay? But I want to see if I can share something here. Right. So can I share this with you then? Okay, if I go with here like that. Okay, so this video came out last night. And it's with the Elemental 3.10 and how you can use the clamp. And I went through examples and why it's really good for shrinking and enlarging your font. Someone has said that I should not have put the word font. I should have just put the word clamp. And I have defended myself. By the way, Michael, I did see that email you sent me and I had a look at the article. It does make you wonder, doesn't it, with where we're going with... copyright. But look, someone has taken an issue with the word font clamp. What they've said to me is I should just put the word clamp, and I partially agree with them. However, the reason I put the word font there was because this video was about, you guessed it, font size. Okay, look, because I've got the word size, I've got clamp, and I'm telling you this is about the font size. Because you can use clamp with margins, padding, images, loads of stuff, right? And they felt that I should not have put the word font. And I tried to explain, that if my video was about brakes, it was about bicycle brakes or car brakes, if I put the word car brake, I might not have clarified exactly what kind of brake, but I'm just trying to get people to understand that this is to do with that. Yeah, I mean, if I just put clamp, I was worried, and if I put... Sorry, choked on air. But anyway, it was a bit of a... It was a bit of a, It was one of those, really? Are we going to argue about this now? Yeah, go on. I mean, yeah, please do, Pete. And I'm trying to find people close to me so that we can easily get them in a room and talk and stuff like that. Yeah, Amelia is a really good plugin or bit of kit. It's got a lot of resources. I think it's got an online forum on Facebook as well. I think it has. But I don't know what their support is like. I've never actually used them for anything, but I know they're good because I have looked into them quite a bit. Well, now here's the thing, right? To us, fluid typography with clamp and all of that, etc. Hey, Brian, we get it. But I'm thinking about 99% of the elementarists that won't get it. So inside the video, you clarify it further. But sometimes you got to... One of the things you'll learn if you ever do YouTube videos is when it comes to thumbnail art, and I don't mean to be rude here, but you've really got to dumb it down with what you put on there. Okay, Sinan. Yeah, as long as you don't have code problems. Hey, Melissa, how are you? Hope you're okay. Well, here's the thing, Anne. Yes, so sometimes what I do say, well, what I sometimes say to them, Anne, is I kind of go, look, if you don't like my videos, did I suddenly go off camera just then? Did I go off camera then for a moment? I think I did. What I sometimes say to them is, if you don't like it, unsubscribe. Right? I'm not sure why my screen switched to showing you my emails, or not my emails, my download folder there for a moment. I think it lost its connection briefly, but hey, I'm still here. It's Tuesday right now. Are you winning? Are you winning? How's it going? Are you winning in terms of your projects that you're working on, in terms of website? Who's having a really bad week? Do you know what? I don't want to know if you're having a good week. I don't want to know that now. Yeah, whatever, Pickstar. They're on a different screen, so you wouldn't have seen them anyway. They're over here. No. Who here is having a bad week? Surprisingly, Phil, I don't think they do. I don't think they do. In fact, I'm gonna put a bet that a lot of people, especially not just elementarists, but bricks, loads of developers, and not developers, but builders, I don't think if you were to put the word clamp, you know when you put the word clamp, open bracket, close bracket, parentheses, I don't think they get it. I don't think they get it. Because they're going to start thinking, clamp? What are we clamping? Kind of thing. Okay, Love You Live. How do you select fonts for your projects? Okay, well, there's, I'll tell you what, let me show you what I like to do. So I like to go to this website. Sorry, I'm not explaining myself very well. What you can do is look at competitors. So what are competitors using for their fonts? And you might use something similar, or I don't know, something like that. Or you can go to a website like this, which is called fontjoy.com. So this is, let me just shrink this down, fontjoy.com. And I'm just going to hit generate. And it's going to start to give me some fonts. I am now going to go over to here. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Catamaran. Didn't want to do that. Here we go. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say, give me Poppins, right? And I'm going to go for Poppins 300, like that. And I'm going to lock it. That is now Poppins 300. And then I'm going to hit generate. And now it will generate different fonts here. So we've got Maitri and we got Paduak. I quite like Paduak, so we're going to lock it. And I'm going to now generate something different for Rosary. No, I don't like that. You know, I can keep doing it. I can keep doing it until I get what I like. And I can switch between the colours as well. But look at competitors. Look at other websites. Play around. You have to play around. And often, sometimes, you tend to keep coming back to your favourites. So when I have clients and they have no idea about their fonts, I sometimes advise on Railway, Lato, Poppins, Montserrat, stuff like that. Keep it simple. What I find funny though is when I have some clients who come and go, I want Railway, not Railway, Roboto. I want Roboto. And I go, you don't want anything else? No, Roboto, fine. And we literally just use Roboto and Roboto condensed on their entire website, which isn't a bad thing when it comes to custom loading fonts, because most browsers default to Roboto anyway. Oh, I'm not going to do Comic Sans. I'm worried about what will happen if I do Comic Sans. No, I'm not going there. Nice one, Phil. Acquired new clients. Excellent. Chris, once you find the fonts you like, where do you get them? Preferably no cost. Okay, Chris Myers. I tend, 99% of the websites I've built, I go with Google Fonts. You download them, so you're not doing Google Fetch. I go with Google Fonts. Okay, easy to get, free, blah, 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 blah. If, however, my client wants to use an Adobe font, they have to go and get it. Not my problem. They have to go get it. They have to pay for it. Go get it. right? Because you're now using it on a commercial site. They have to get it, give it to me, we use it, right? And that's it. But 9 times out of 10, in fact, more than 9 times out of 10, 99% of the time is Google Fonts. Of all the websites we've built, it's like a tiny amount where we've had to use Adobe fonts or whatever like that, mainly because there's a cost attached. I mean, do you know what? A cost just for a font is a little bit like, I get a bit annoyed by that. Just for a font, you got to, forget that. Pete, is there any way through checking code or inspect to see what widget is being used for a set? Yeah, there is. You need to use this website over here. Let me tell you. Is it Elementor? Is it Elemental Detector? I think it's, there you go. elementdetector.com. So you pop in the URL. In fact, should we do it? If we go with https elementor.com. Look, I'm going to do it on the Elementor website. Oh, shock, horror. Oh, what have we done? Right, look at this. Let's just allow that. So look, it's showing me they got the call to action. You got the heading. You've got the counter widget. You got the call to action, the image, icon basic down there, testimonial image, blah, 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 blah. You can see what it's doing. Look, our icon, nav menu, button, call to action. I mean, so this is a call to action widget they're using here, right? Element detector. And that's a pretty good one to go for. George, have you just emailed me? Oh, by the way, I have noticed that, sorry, my camera is shut. Can I just do something to my camera? My camera's being a bit funny. I just got to do something to my camera. Hold on a moment. No, that didn't work. I can't get rid of this stuff on the screen. I've got this stuff on the screen. Right, just wait a minute, okay? I'm going to shut you all down, but I'm still here, okay? You can see my there we go. Right, let's just get that all back up. No, it's still, no, there we go. There we go, cool. Right, just adjust it a bit. The table's now a bit bent. Damn it, I hate it when I have to do this live. Right, anyway, right. Anyway, right. Okay, we had a bit of a session there, just sorting out the phone. FontPair's another good website as well. So Phil has sent me a website link. In fact, I'm going to copy this. So Phil has just sent me this link, and I'm going to paste the link over here for you all if you want to have a look at it. So this is where, whoa, okay. This is, okay, what do you want to get here? So it's a great way of seeing the different font size. So Phil has just sent that. That looks quite good. And George... cheers for that, George. I'll pass that on, okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of how to do this. In fact... I'm just trying to think about how to share this. In fact, I'll send it on. Sorry, it's just something that's come through from email. Right. Yeah, so D, if you're having a problem detecting what so what you do, yeah, is if it's been built with Elementor, or in fact, can I show you? Let me think. Can you guys give me the name of? Can you give me the URL of a website that is using of more than just Elementor on its front page? Can you give me another URL? Can you give me a URL? Don't paste it because it won't show it to you here. But can you give me a URL of a website that is using more than just Elementor on its homepage? Try and give me one. I'll tell you what, we could just go with unlimited elements, innit? So HTTPS unlimitedelements.com. Is that how it's spelled? I think it's spelled like that. Analyze website unlimitedelements.com, because that's built with Elementor, but they'll be using their own widgets, no doubt. I think maybe that's not the right URL. I don't think that's the right URL. Let's try that again. Unlimited elements. I don't think that was the URL. No, yeah, there was a hyphen. Right, let's just get that URL right. Close. Right, let's just do that again. Right. So there we go, right? So now we've brought up this page, okay? And you can see here that this is using maybe like the basic image from Elementor. That button is also Elementor. The divider is Elementor. But then over here, can you see where it says UC add-on? That's the unlimited add-on editor. So you can start to see when do they start to use their own widgets. I think it's this one here, maybe underline link hover effect. That's their one. That is also from the unlimited Elementor. Yeah, that is. So you can start to see how they're building it. So it's not a bad way of seeing how an Elementor website is built, especially if you know they've got other plugins or add-ons in action. By the way, this is my wife's old phone, so all the apps on there are my wife's old apps, and my son when he's playing games. I haven't deleted all the apps. This is her old phone. It's just an iPhone XR. It's what I use as my webcam. It is still super, super good. Page speed Elementor page. Page speed Elementor page, Ornalid says. Which speed are you thinking of that? Oh, do you mean do a page speed check? I don't want to do a page speed check on the Elementor page. I think, oh, I know what you mean. Shall we do that? Shall we do that? Who dares me to do that? Shall we do it? Right, okay, I'll tell you what. Let's go over then. Here we go. Right. Shall we do it? Here we go. If I'm not going to do it unless you give me a yeah. I'm waiting for a yeah. Give me a yeah and I'll hit analyze. Yeah, okay, we'll do it. Lid was in there. So let's now hit that. Let it just go away and do its problems. And I'm not going to show you the results until it's done. What are we doing? What are we doing? But hey, yeah, let's just do it. Why not, right? Because you know how much I love to go on about page speed sometimes and how you can help yourself out. It's not the be-all or the end-all, actually. You could have a website that's quite slow or not got a good speed score. But if the website serves a purpose, who gives up, right? Who cares? If it serves a purpose, right? Let it go. Let it go. Okay, right. So we now have our scores in. Here we go. So desktop is 85. The desktop is 85. Ignore the SEO and all that. We're only focusing on the performance. So what were the issues? Let's have a look at the issues. Ooh, we've got a cumulative layout shift. We've got cumulative layout shift. Ooh, that's not good. We've got unused JavaScript. There's a lot of oh dear. There's quite a bit there, I have to say. There's quite a bit there with the unused JavaScript. Render blocking, man, sometimes easier said than done. Reduced unused CSS, well, that's quite common. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Not all of the font is being loaded. DM Sans. Oh, no. Oh, no. Pete. Ours is undergoing a change at the moment. So I've been tinkering with the back end. Ours is a little bit screwed up at the moment. Okay, it goes up and down massively. Right. The mobile, though, we also have the layout shift. The cookies thing can get in the way of your score a little bit. Can cause a problem. But properly sized images, Mordy Levy. He's a good guy. His image. We need to sort your image out, Mordy. Again, you got the same things with the JavaScript. The font, again, it's not been fully custom loaded, or it's not preloaded or feeding in. And then we got a bit of here with reduce the impact of third-party code. And ooh, now these are all things that are gonna hit your score, right? Hotjar is for the cookie consent. Is that right? Yeah. Google Optimize, I don't know what Optanon is, but yeah, Analytics, Facebook, these are always going to hit your scores. Anyway, wow. I'm not sure why we did that, but hey, we did it anyway. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, for Arleaf, what I'm going to say is I don't like reviewing plugins just for the sake of it. I only review plugins that I would actively use, stuff like that. And the reason I say that is because I just think that if you're not careful, you know, there might be a plugin which is really, really good and it serves an amazing purpose, but did you need to use that plugin? So that's why I've got to be careful of what I spend time on. And also I've got to review the amount of time I spend. So like I said earlier, I've so far spent 5 hours working on something and it's just about working. I've still got to test it. That I'm going to make available to everyone for free that is associated with font clamp and all of that, right? Font size clamp. But I've got to record a video, so I reckon I got about 1 hour work on it still, so 6 hours work. Then I got to record a video, edit it, upload it, so I could lose about 7 hours of my life for a tiny little thing. So juggling family work, agency work, phone calls, clients, consultancy, YouTube, it's live chats, it builds up. There's a lot to do. Yeah, so Sean, when it comes to custom CSS, the mega menu, it's actually the same code I did in my video. So if you want to know what the video is, let me just give you the link for it. To do a mega menu, right, you need to use this code and you need to watch this video, okay, that I'm giving you here right now, Sean. So this is for Sean, if you're still online, which I think you are. So mega menu, but we do have an alternate video for bricks and an alternate video for container. All right, so you need to have a look at that. I'm looking forward to the Elemental roadmap show. Who else is? Who's looking forward to the roadmap show for Elemental? Like, what are they? You know, I'm intrigued to know what they're working on and where they're heading. Because let's be honest, okay. We got the loop grid, brilliant. We got the WooCommerce loop grid, brilliant. We've now got nested tabs, brilliant. We've got clamp, brilliant. But what I really want to see is a filter. I really want to see a filter for posts and products so we don't have to use other add-ons or other solutions and stuff like that. When are we going to get that? When are we going to get that? Yeah, that's very true, Be Informatica, actually. Same with bricks. And I do think that people do need to kind of put a bit more attention into their products like that. Love your life. Is it advisable backing up sites? Yeah. I mean, I don't see the point of downloading it to your hard drive unless you need to keep a daily backup. I mean, I have daily backups, but I don't, you know, mine delete the previous 7 days. So it's up to 7 days because I know what's broken or not, or check things out. So I would say that if you need to have a copy, go for it. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what, Anne? That's a really good question. I was wondering that as well. And I was also wondering, are they going to try and feed in a bit of AI, for instance, for images or for content? You know, take a leaf out of Rank Math's book. Maybe. Do you know what I mean? I'm intrigued to hear, and I am excited. I think, great, this is really, really good. And I will probe them on the chat, like about filters if they don't mention it, because I do feel like Loop Grid is great, but if you want to do the whole package, give us a product filter, give us a post filter with Ajax or non-Ajax. Let us choose. Give us that, and now you are competing with some of the breakdowns and Bricks features. Bricks has a really good product filter system built in. It's really good. Come on, mate. Come on, Elementor. You can, it's not a competition, but it is about stepping up to, well, what are others doing and can we compete with them? Hey, Shaveen, doesn't matter if you're late, just great to have you here. Pigstar says he'll be. I hope you're not disappointed, Pigstar, and I hope we're all there too to pick each other up. Yeah, I mean, like Brian says, you could download it, but if it's in your cloud and you only keep the latest 7 or 10 days, that's kind of okay, really. What is the number one feature I would really, really, really like? Product filters for WooCommerce. I cannot stress this enough. In fact, a filter system that works for posts and product filters. I cannot say that enough. How many times, right, how many of you, and I'm not knocking Crockablock, by the way. Crockablock, all of them, peace to them, they're going through a lot at the moment. But how many people here are having to use JetSmart filters or Filter Everything or Renelasi, whatever they call themselves, whatever, right? How many of you are having to use a third-party plugin and then you're having to make it work with your Elementor setup or your whatevers, and then you find there's a problem and you got to go and ask support or do a bit of coding or something else? How many of you are doing that because we don't have a proper standalone filter system in Elementor for posts or product filter? Come on, the category filter we get with WordPress is rubbish. A little grey drop down, you can stylize it, but that's about as much as you can really do with it. It's rubbish, right? So I want to see a roadmap of loads of good stuff coming out. Nested sliders, nested carousel, testimonial, all of that. I want to see that. But even mega menu, I say it, but it's not massively needed. But if you can bring out filters for post and product, now we're talking. Now we're seriously talking. Do you get me? And even more, if they could also bring something about improving performance, even better. So I think things like, there's loads of stuff that's important. Accessibility, mega menu, nested sliders and carousels and all of that. All important. Really, really important. But for me, there's no point bringing out the loop builder, the loop grid for post and the loop grid for WooCommerce if that's it. We stop there and that's it. No, you've got to bring the filter system in, because that is where Breakdance and Bricks and other solutions are coming in and they're stealing your thunder. You've got to do that, right? You've got to do that. Just checking the comments coming in. Yeah, I mean, the taxonomy system is good. But what I'm saying, Phil, is we need to kind of be able to do it. So what I'm saying is, let's say you've got someone who's not very capable of knowing what to do. And then you say to them, you got to go do a custom field or a custom post type. And they might be going, what? And I know you can do it. But if they could bring that post feature and product post filter, filter in, that'd be a big game changer. Loop grid is a game changer for Elemental. I think it was a big one. Didn't get as much hype, but I think it was a big one. But they bring out a proper filtering system. Now we're talking. Well, I'm talking now anyway, but now we're talking. So George works with Elementor for clients, not your choice. I've been hyped with Elementor Live just to, yeah. Well, I'm gonna give them a chance on that, and I really hope they deliver. I really do, because I have a feeling, and anyone here, please do agree or disagree with me, but I'm trying to get into my head that surely they would not introduce or share their roadmap unless it is bloody exciting. What do you think? What do you think? if you imagine you were a business, right? Because they could have shared. Do you remember when me and Paul did that live chat and we were quite critical over, was it version 3.6 or 3.5 or something like that? There was a version and we were like, this, what is this? What are we getting? No one asked for this. We were quite critical, and I know we upset some people, and I know we didn't mean to, but I know we upset some people, okay? We're sorry for that, but we were also honest, and I feel like honesty goes a long way. They could have shared the roadmap then, but they didn't. They could have shared it before the loop grid. They didn't. But the fact they're thinking of doing that now, surely we're going to get some va-va-voom moments. Would you agree with me on that? Please don't forget to hit like if you've not hit like already. What do you think? You know, if you as a business... Yeah, do you know what, Phil? I mean, it's one of those things where could Elementor do a rewrite and not break legacy websites? And the minute you do that, what about the legacy websites? Or would it be that, oh, I don't know, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Do they have two versions? Like you have Elementor and then you have Elementor X, Elementor Pro X. You know, I don't know, it sounds weird, doesn't it? Love your life. I'm waiting for the day when Elementor will include a feature which will enable us to do... Yes. Yes, love your life. I think we need that as well. However, Elementor have said to me that if you don't put the feature on a page, then it's not loaded. However, when I use asset cleanup, I seem to see that they are still being loaded. So I'm not sure how that works. Hey, Pigstar, take care. I know it's... What is it now for you? Coming up to 6 p.m. Take it easy, my friend, okay? You and your wife, you know, take care of yourselves. D has a question. I would like to show relevant posts on a sidebar on my single post template. Is there a way to do it? Okay. Can I get back to you on that? Because I do remember there was something you could do. Can I just put that? Relevant post sidebar. So what you got to do, yeah, is obviously using the post, you're using the query, but when it comes to relevant, there's something you've got to add in, because what you've got to do is if you've gone to a post which is a certain category, well, okay, look, here's the cheat way of doing it, D. Do you want to know the cheat way? Right. Let's say you've got 3 categories, right? 3 categories. Okay? Does that make sense? Category 1, 2, and 3. You set up a single post template for category 1, 2, and 3. So if you click on a post and it is category 3, it goes to the template for that category in your conditions for your template. They're exactly the same. The only difference is this template has a sidebar where the query for the post is set to that category. This one, okay, the second one, has a separate template, right? Has a separate template. It's exactly the same template, but this one is only for that category, and the sidebar now is filtered to that category. Does that make sense? That is the pain-free, easy way without messing around with any code that you could do. And you could even make all 3 single pages look completely different if you want, because of the category. You could do it with, you could do that as well. Okay, so I might do a video on that actually. Oh, please, Mia, if we get another scrubber. I don't want another scrubber. Thank you very much. I'm done with scrubbers. Oh, the finger. Yes, sorry. Yes, so D, can you give me an opportunity to create a video for you on that? How urgent did you need to do that? Okay, can I just show you then? Sorry, just wait a moment. Wait a moment. Staging. Let me just show you quickly. Right? Let's get this one sorted out right now. Now. Right, okay, so I do hate the dashboard of WordPress with how much shit it shows you, and you got to hide them all. Right, so let's just go over to templates, and then let's also go over to yeah, let's just go to templates. Right, let's just go to templates. Let's just do add new single post template, right? And I'm just gonna do that because I'm gonna get rid of it in a moment. So I'm showing you this right now, D. Pay attention, all right? So we're just gonna, let's just go for, I don't know, let's just insert that. Oh, damn it, forget it. Right, let's just do post content, right? This is a fake post now, look at it. This is one of my fake posts coming through. CCCCC. You know, we put a fake image in, right, as well, and whatever, right? Okay, right? Let's just say, right, you are doing this, okay? And then you're going to have a sidebar, right? And let's say in the sidebar you put posts. So we go and get the post widget, which is over here. Okay, we have post, okay? And I'm going to have it as a 1. You know, so you got your post widget, okay? Right. First thing is this template, when you do display conditions, you're going to go here. You're going to say all singular in category over here, in category. And then you're going to say this is going to be for this category here, screens. So if you click on any post relating to that category, here's the template you see, right? So that is for that category. Over here, D, I hope you see this. Take care, Anne. By the way, take care. On the posts, right? On the post, you have the query option. On the so let me just show you, right? Okay. If I go for archive posts, which I'm going to stick in over here, the archive post does not have the query option. So you do not use the archive post. You use the posts. And then down here in query, you see here query, and it says include. And then I go for term, and I say screens, like that. Okay, look, this is only now going to show me the posts for screens. So if I have another category for bricks, it will only show me in the sidebar posts to do with bricks. And that is the easy, pain-free, code-free way to do it. And that's how I would do it. If you've got 6 templates, and don't forget, you create the template once and you copy paste it, whatever, right? Change the category, set conditions, and away you go. Right, everyone, 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning, everyone, okay, before I shoot off to go and do some other stuff and check my son is okay as well. Did that make sense, D? Does that make sense? I hope that helps, you know. Yeah. So you can, this is where you can be quite clever now, right? So if you've got a template for blue, say you got a category blue and a category for green, make your template be more blue and the template for green be more green, right? Or maybe you got a template for bikes, cars, planes, boats. You can make it be more orientated towards that kind of thing. Excellent. I'm glad that made sense, BD. But it is the most pain-free, easy way to do it. Right. 1 minute left before I shoot off. What do I use to back up my client site, says Blake? Number one, if their host provider might have a backup system, so like SiteGround or other host providers, so you should have a backup there. Number 2, Updraft Plus, which you can use for free, or WP Vivid, which you can use for free. No, it's not half term yet, D. Not for a while yet. Well, I don't know actually. 2 weeks. I don't know actually. I don't know. Soon. Put it that way. No, actually no, it's not soon. I think it's longer than that. 4 weeks, maybe. I don't know. Right? But maybe like, what was I saying? Yeah, WP Vivid is free as well, Blake, and we've got videos on that. So we've got videos on WP Vivid and Updraft Plus. In fact, go to our channel and just type in backup, and there's about 3 or 4 videos will come up. Go and look at the latest one. Okay, everyone, I am going to now shoot off. It's been really good. I'll see you all tomorrow. I've got some stuff I need to work on tonight, and I have got 4 client emails come in. These are existing clients. I better check out what they want. Okay, everyone, take care. It's been fun. As always, look after yourselves and stay safe. I'll catch you soon. Bye. Oh, and don't forget to hit like if you're not hit like.